Hey guys, how's your beautiful day going on this beautiful day today? It is time to predict the wild card round of the playoffs. I went 11-5 last week in week 18, which means I finished the regular season with a 180-92 record. We cooked this season. I'm pretty sure last year I finished in like the 150s. So on Saturday, the first game we have is the Rams and the Panthers, and I just think that the Rams are wildly the better team, and this is going to be a pretty easy win for them. The Panthers won the first matchup of the season between these two guys earlier this season, which means that the Panthers might get blown out this time. I do not think that there's a chance at all that the Panthers will beat the Rams twice this season. So Rams win this game 37-10. The second game on Saturday might be the hardest one to actually pick of the year. Is Packers-Bears, or maybe not of the year, but definitely of the week. This is a really tough game to choose. The Bears can run all over the Packers. They really did it both times that they played the Packers. They were able to run the ball very efficiently. Obviously, in the second matchup, Jordan Love wasn't even there, and I think Jordan Love is going to be able to be very effective in this football game. I think he's going to be able to get the ball to Christian Watson, get the ball to Jaden Reed, and all of his other weapons that he has on the team. This team is significantly worse without Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons, especially on the defensive side of the ball, so it's going to be hard for them to win the game. The Bears' problem is that their defense is absolutely horrible as well. Their defense is not much better than the Packers. So this game kind of comes down to which offense do you think is better? And with Josh Jacobs and Jordan Love, I was trying to look through these games yesterday, and I did pick the Bears in my head, but I'm going to switch my answer. I do think that the Green Bay Packers will win this football game. I think Matt LaFleur is a great coach. I think Jordan Love is a great quarterback, and I think this offense can work at a very high level against a really bad Bears defense. And, the Bears need to go through some adversity before they are truly a Super Bowl contender or truly a team that can get out of the first round. So I'm going to say that they lose this game. It's going to be 28-24. It's not like the Bears are going to get blown out. They're going to be a competitive team in this game. But overall, I think that the Packers will be able to get it done in Chicago this week. Next, we have the Bills and the Jaguars, which the Jaguars are kind of a team that have had the Bills number over the years. The last time that they played, Josh Allen did throw four touchdowns in the first half of the game. I don't really think matters because that was last year. This is a completely different team. The Jaguars are just so good offensively and defensively. If you get the version of Trevor Lawrence that you've gotten through the last 8 weeks of the NFL season, then there's no shot that the Bills win this game. And there's some type of pressure on Josh Allen to win this game because there's no Lamar, there's no Burrow, there's no Mahomes. So it feels like this would have to be the year that he would win it, right? But unfortunately, this is the worst team he's ever had to play with. The run defense of the Bills, I've been talking about it all season. It is probably the worst unit in football. Their pass defense is all right, but I do think it's very buoyed by the fact that most teams like to run on the Bills. So I don't think that their pass defense is necessarily amazing. I don't think it's the worst in the league, though. And their receiver talent is awful. The Jags' run defense is really good. It's going to be able to make it hard for James Cook to create a real difference in this game. And at that point, it becomes, can Josh Allen and this wide receiver core connect enough to beat this team? And this wide receiver core is horrible. So why would I trust in this wide receiver core to help Josh Allen out? Josh Allen can have a Herculean performance because he is Josh Allen, and they end up winning this game anyway. But I do think that the Jags are overall the most well-rounded team in the AFC right now, and they are going to beat the Bills 27-20. The next game on Sunday is the 49ers and the Eagles. The 49ers just have way too many injuries. I don't think they have much of a chance in this game. The Eagles, their defense is one of the best in the league, and their offense isn't amazing, but the 49ers defensive line is bad. The 49ers defense is bad. I mean, it's all bad over there. So I feel like the Eagles are going to be able to do enough offensively to win this game because their defense is going to be able to shut down the 49ers offense pretty well in this game. We saw the 49ers go against a really good defense last week, and they only scored 3 points. Against the Eagles defense, I don't see a lot different things happening, especially with the amount of injuries that this team has to deal with. The Eagles will win this game 21-17. Next, we have the Chargers and the Patriots. The Patriots have not played too many great teams this year, but that doesn't have anything to say for how good Drake May is. He's been absolutely on top of the world this year, and I don't think Justin Herbert has been much worse. He obviously hasn't been as good as Drake May has been, but he has not been that much worse. He's had the worst supporting cast in the NFL offensively this season, with running back injuries, offensive line injuries, wide receiver injuries, and the injuries on his offensive line I don't think are going to matter as much in this football game because the Patriots are not a good pass rush team. They don't rush the passer overall well, and we've seen Justin Herbert have Herculean performances against teams that have pass rushes. Even in the game against the Texans this season, I thought that was Justin Herbert's one of his best performances, and they pressured him like 70% of the time, which was breaking records. And he was almost still able to win that game. That the Patriots are not going to be able to pressure him that much. This defensive scheme in this defense is really good, and I think they will be able to play a good game against Drake May. And I think this is Justin Herbert's first playoff win. I think the Chargers beat the Patriots and go to the second round of the playoffs to play the Broncos 27-26. And our last game of the wild card round is the Texans and the Steelers. I don't have much to say about this game because I think this is a pretty easy Texans win. The Steelers this is probably the worst possible matchup that they could have gotten. It's simply because this pass rush of the Texans is on another planet. Last week when we've seen Aaron Rodgers have his best games, it's against the Ravens when they have zero pass rush whatsoever. They cannot get after him whatsoever. The Texans are going to be after him the entire game. And with his lack of mobility, I don't know how well he's going to be able to actually handle that pass rush. I don't think he'll be horrible under it. Obviously, it's still Aaron Rodgers, and I still think that Aaron Rodgers is a very talented quarterback. He just doesn't have the mobility that he needs to be able to beat this team with how good defensively they are. And if they want a chance to win this game, they're going to have to turn over CJ Stroud, and they're going to have a defensive masterclass. Now, their defense has not been that amazing all season, but what they have been able to do is force turnovers. They still have TJ Watt. They still have Alex Highsmith. They still have Cam Hayward. I still think that they have a lot of pieces on this defense to be able to stop the Texans. I mean, the Texans offense has not been good all year. So if they're able to have an amazing defensive performance, they have a shot in this game. But I just think that the Texans are the better team, and they are going to get the better of the Steelers in this matchup. And I'm going to go 24-21 final score. Texans win and go to the next round. All right, that'll be it for my NFL wildcard predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel and go watch all of my other videos that I've made this year. I will see you guys in the next one.